So hello and welcome to Fog of Wargames. This is the second video of kind of a podcast thing, trying maybe. And today we've got Tim, who on Instagram is Witch and Wolf Minis. Floor is yours, Tim. It's tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the hobby and what you do with your Instagram as well.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me. I first got into, I think it was Warhammer Fantasy in about 1992, and I don't remember how. Hey,
So
sorry.
not 40k. Like I'd say, I say most people in my age group. I think I'm a little bit younger than you.
Should we just try and alienate as many people from watching this as possible?
Yeah, can do. Yeah,
straight
sorry.
out of the gate.
Yeah.
I don't like 40k. I do. I like 40k, but I was always more into the fantasy stuff. So
No, fair enough.
Warhammer Fantasy Battles, Lord of the Rings, all the usual stuff.
Yeah.
And I was at school with a couple of friends, and we never used to play the games properly, but we always used to we liked the minis. So and these were the old lead minis.
Yeah.
So it was, we'd like meet up at each other's houses and just have kind of make up the rules, and then we'd end up buying other things, and we'd end up buying like half a box of Epic 40k.
Fair enough.
Man of War stuff.
Yeah.
It's and it all just got a bit out of hand. But I mean,
I think as kids, I think that's the whole point of it. I don't think kids, if they want to read the rules, they can, more than welcome to. But if they want to just play the game with whatever, I think that's a good thing, and I think that's a good way to get into it. A good way to get into wargaming in general.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think a lot of people. I think there's a good proportion of the hobby that's not really interested in playing the games. They're just like, the hobby side of it. So they're doing the painting, they're doing the sculpting and the terrain building and all that sort of stuff. And even, I know a few friends who write, who have been trying to write board games and things like that. And then, enough, heavily into D&D. So, so it all comes together as,
Yeah, I mean, D&D is something I think I've played once or twice with a friend when I was younger. I haven't touched since. Looks really interesting though. I mean, I like the whole people making up, because isn't there a book that you get with it, and then do people then make their own once they finish that book? They just continue the story and making it up themselves, or
I think like because there's quite a few books, and I think D&D or Wizards of the Coast, I think it is the publisher. Try and make you buy as many books as possible to start with, and then once you played a few games, you realise that you didn't need all of it. Just needed the DM's handbook or the player handbook.
Yeah,
and imagination, and so that's fine. I mean, what I love about D&D, especially having only played one session, was the amount of freedom that you get. You're not really constrained by. You're not constrained by rules outside of your character sheet necessarily.
Yeah.
The DM is there to sort of advise and oversee as I say, I've played one session, but it was so good. It was geared towards us having fun.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, I think from what I've heard, a lot of DMs can be quite, this has to happen the way I've written it, or we're cancelling the whole campaign.
Oh, interesting. Right.
But thankfully the one I was in, it was like, I said, can I search the body? And he said, well, he's not dead. And I said, well, can I kill him? So he let me kill him, and I said, right, can I now loot the body? And he said, yeah, okay, you find a wooden spoon, just to keep me happy.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I took my wooden spoon and off I went. I was happy.
Yeah, fair enough. If it works.
Yeah, exactly.
So you started. Sorry, we went off on a D&D tangent. Then you started off with Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
You say you're more. You're more geared towards the painting rather than playing now, or even back then?
Back then, I was more into playing with the minis whether it was, making up scenarios,
Yeah.
just rather than using dice and rulers and paper and stuff like that. A friend of mine, we would come over and I'd built like this sort of board thing with chicken wire and papier mâché and flop.
Blimey.
Yeah. This was like I was about 13, I think, and I'd recorded a load of like spooky sound effects onto it.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
And we would play it up in my dad's loft. So it was really good fun. And I kind of dabbled with the painting. I think I put my brush down when I was about 15, something like that. It's about 14, 1995. And then because other things got in the way. I was in a band at the time, so writing music and girls got in the way.
Girls is always a big one, I think, for lads, sort of putting Warhammer and that sort of stuff down, I think.
And then, so that all happened for about 28 years. And then October 2023, I saw 10th edition 40k come out.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what, that looks really cool. I haven't painted a Space Marine for 30 years.
No, yeah.
So I thought, well, I'm now in a position which I never was back then to have disposable income. So I dropped 150 quid on a box and came home, and then I didn't open it, and it sat on the shelf for about 3 months. My wife and I were running a pub, so we didn't get much time to do anything for ourselves.
Hang on. Running a pub?
Yeah, we ran a pub for a year. So
blimey, that's an experience, isn't it?
It is. I won't recommend it to anybody. No? It's very hard.
And I think in my head I'm thinking I'll just sit at the corner of the bar sipping pints that I'm just pouring myself, and then everyone else does.
Don't get me wrong, that happens.
Yeah.
If I'm not being paid, I'm going to get paid somehow.
Yeah. No, fair enough. No, sorry. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I didn't open the box, and when we finally managed to move out and we moved into where we are now, I thought, right, got a quiet weekend. This is what we're going to do. So I opened up the box, had a look at the sprues, and chopped out a Terminator, stuck it together, painted it, and it was awful. And so, yeah. But hooked from then point on. Weirdly, on my Instagram, right at the very, very beginning of the Instagram, there is that very same Terminator.
I'm going to have to find that. I haven't scrolled that far back.
And that was October 2023, and I painted it like all dutiful people.
Yeah.
Followed Games Workshop's advice and painted it as an Ultramarine. And
nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Poster boys, they get their their time, so it got painted like that. And then I thought, back when I remember Dark Angels, Space Wolves, Blood Angels, Ultramarines, and did I say Space Wolves? Probably.
Yes, you did. Yeah. You've covered it.
And Imperial Fists, and I must have missed. Was it second or fourth edition of 40k that had the Black Templar?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I like Warhammer. I'm just not that clued up on it.
Well, that makes two of us then. I'm learning all of this again after 30 years, and so much has changed.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I remember that the Black Templar were a thing somehow. So that Terminator got repainted, and that was the start of my 40k Black Templar army, of which I now have something like a couple of 1,000 points, I would have thought.
You're doing better than me. I went back to Imperial Guard. Well, what is it? Astra Militarum now.
Astra Militarum, yeah.
And I've got bits and bobs. What I tried to do was I watched lots of YouTubers, and they were like putting out lists and stuff that tournament, and I was like, right, I'm going to go for that. And it was more just because my mate's got Tau, and I wanted to beat him with Imperial Guard. So I was like, right, I need something strong. Yeah, otherwise I'm just going to get flattened in one turn. And then what I quickly realised was, one, I can't afford it. Just keep going up, and plus it changes. it changes constantly, and I'm just like, I enjoy it, and I'm not very good at the painting, but I do semi-enjoy it. It's very, sort of takes you, out of the real world for a few minutes and stuff. But I realised actually I'm just going to buy and paint what I like. So that's exactly what I've done.
Yeah. Yeah, so, unfortunately for my wallet, that's what I've done as well.
Yeah. although now bolt action and stuff is starting to pull me in. So I'm like, and also I want to get black powder and a black powder army and stuff.
Yeah.
Napoleonic army.
That's the is that the that's older than bolt action, isn't it? Black powder.
Yeah,
is that the
so black
Civil
powder?
War?
You've got Napoleonics.
God.
You've got and then you've also got there's loads of different ones, but you've got off the top of my head, I know I run a shop and I know I stock a lot of these, but off the top of my head I'm very bad at remembering it all. Napoleonics is the big one. Then you've got like English Civil War, which is pike and shot. I don't know if that comes under the black powder banner, but it's similar sort of thing. And then you've also got American Civil War as well, is also quite big. Maybe it doesn't come under black powder. I can't remember now. But obviously they all use black powder effectively. Basically the black powder Napoleonic army. I've gone for British redcoats, obviously. I opened the box. I haven't released the video yet, and I opened the box thinking, "Oh yeah, no, this would be fine." And then it's a starter army, and I was like, "Oh, there's as much as I like infantry coming from Imperial Guard, there was a lot in there." And
I don't want to pay 400 people.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I started pulling out. I was like going through this. Like I said, I haven't released the video yet because it was terrible. Because I think I was in shock as well in the video, like thinking, "Oh crap, I've really let myself in for this one." And right, and I'll just put that back. Yeah, I'll put that one. Yeah, put that. Oh, it doesn't all fit back in the box. Okay. so yeah. Yeah, I've got a fair amount. But what's that?
I would just, if you can't get them back in the box, you're going to have to build them all now.
Oh, don't say that. It's time. I just don't have the time. Like, I just genuinely don't have the time right now. I mean, I'm sure people watching and yourself will know.
Also, don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's the time for posting advertising. I'll be honest, like I haven't really touched the store much. I've added one or two new bits and stuff, as mainly from people asking, do you do this? And if it's not on the store, I'll quickly add it. So because like I can't add everything in one go. I'll be honest, doing it. I didn't realise, but not everyone has like a CSV or CVS sheet that you can basically download all the product information, upload it to Shopify, and then it auto sort of puts. Yeah. You still got to put all the pictures in, and that's the worst bit: downloading every single picture for every single item. So if anyone's watching and there's something not on the website that you'd like to purchase from us, then please get in touch. Shameless plug. Anyway, sorry, crack on. I do apologise.
I've forgotten what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. God, even I've forgotten. This is terrible. Let's move. So your hobby and journey up until restarting again was pretty much non-existent, and then you restarted with some Space Marines, Ultramarines.
Yeah,
and then so because you don't seem to do 40k stuff. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Because I don't know all the factions, so I could be wrong. But it doesn't look very 40k. Well, you don't do a lot of Space Marines basically on your Instagram now. No.
I mean, the thing about Space Marines, and I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with me, but
it's a lot of hate coming your way.
Same, Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I love Space Marines as much as the next dude, right? I do. I happily ploughed my way through Space Marine 2 multiple times. It's fantastic and I love it.
Fair enough.
But there's, if your timeline was just Space Marine, Space Marine, Space Marine, Space Marine,
Yeah.
there's some people out there who would love it, and there's some people out there who would absolutely love painting them. But
Yeah.
But I've always found that the fantasy models are a bit more exciting, and they're a bit more like the sculpts in something like Warhammer Quest, Cursed City. Absolutely incredible sculpts.
Okay.
Really, really interesting little things.
Yeah.
Or you could paint up your 800th dude in power armor. So
Yeah.
I do paint Space Marines. I'm happy to paint Space Marines. I've painted pretty much a whole Black Templar army. So but I think I've always liked the bad guys a bit more. So
Fair enough.
not that there's any good guys in 40k, but there you go.
No. Well, Imperial Guard maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Actually, to be fair, although you've got the Death Corps, haven't you? Who are basically space Nazis. So we're demonetizing you right now.
Maybe. Well, it's a good thing I'm not monetized anyway.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, they're going to dig this video. If I ever get monetized, they'll dig this video up.
They will.
And it'll be like he said Nazi on his thing.
Yeah.
But no, I get it. No, Deathcore Creek. Yeah, I mean they're. I suppose they are, aren't they? With a hint of like World War One touch to them.
Yeah, I don't think it's really fair to say. Basically, everything I'm saying is being a little bit flippant, of course. But
that's right.
I think
say it with confidence, and it becomes fact.
Yeah, exactly. So so when at the beginning of the video, when I said I don't like 40k, that's not true. No matter how convincing I sounded, that is not true. I think Deathcore are there's clear inspiration for their look. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
and you can see it evident in other things as well. You can see it in Trench Crusade with the Heretic Legion. The troopers are very much, they're very obviously modelled on Deathcore, which are very obviously modelled on real German life people. All German. Doesn't matter which one. Hasselhoff, him, yeah.
Yeah, fair. I've not touched Trench Crusade at all, and I've not really looked into it. I know it's very popular, it's gaining traction all the time. I think. I think isn't part of the barrier to it. If you don't have a 3D printer, you can't get them, or can you buy miniatures?
You can buy them now, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's one company making them officially, but then they're selling the STLs, and people just print them for mates and whatever.
Yeah,
so,
fair
which
enough.
is how the mate of mine had the STL, so he just printed them for me as a thank you. So that was nice. So I've now got a warband to paint up.
Very nice.
Yeah,
well, you said wasn't those some of the pictures you sent the other day with you?
Yes.
You put some of the Flock and Forge basing on.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, fantastic basing materials.
Oh, you shameless plug.
No, genuinely, they are really, really good. So,
no, thank you. No, it's good feedback.
You can send me some samples. They're fantastic. Love it.
No, well, I mean, I don't mean to keep plugging the store, but if anyone buys anything, they get a free sample. So
there you
go. So we've got to keep going off on tangents.
Justly sized little Ziploc bags, though.
What's wrong with those? Oh, what, the little... Yeah, I mean, they can be a bit suspect. I have worried, I'll be honest, I've worried about sending samples abroad, going through customs in little bags. But it's not white. And having little bags of like sugar and stuff, nothing bad. Like a certain Colombian person did. But no, but you know what I mean. Like, you just never know. Are they? What have you had both now? The little sample bags and an actual pot?
No, I don't have the pot. I've just got the bags.
Oh, okay. We'll have to change that.
Much.
But
Yeah, I'm not going to say no.
no, did they come through the post okay? Because that's the
Yes.
only thing I'm worried about. Because we haven't people have like yourself have very kindly given us feedback on them, but we've not. No one said, "Oh, the bag split or it came out the top or something like that." So, but
No,
I've stopped writing
fine.
on them now, so I've actually started putting the actual stickers on,
Oh,
which makes
nice.
a bit of a difference. Well, touch class. Uh, anyway, sorry, I'm so sorry. It's me. Tell me to shut up if I keep interrupting you on you. So, in terms of what you're doing now, because you're you're a bloody good painter, right?
Thank you.
Unless you're airbrushing your pictures, which most people do these days.
I've brushed the minis.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, I've only been doing this for 2.5 years now. This time
that's
round,
that's mental. So you obviously do commissions.
I do, and every time I get a commission, I feel like I've got imposter syndrome a little bit. But
I get that. I do understand that, but you are bloody good. And you obviously, for people to keep coming to you and giving you commissions, it means that you're doing well. So hats off to you for that.
thank
How for anyone that's getting into the hobby and wanting to get to the point where you are, because obviously you've done it quite quickly, if you think about it. I mean, amazingly. I mean, that's talent. And it's not as if you're a complete newbie to it. But how, is there any sort of? There can't be a one answer to it unless you have one. But giving advice to people that if anyone new watches this and is like, right, especially after checking out your Instagram, which it will pop up on the screen. God, hopefully I remember to do that. Otherwise, that's going to look stupid, isn't it? But
You're
yeah,
going to be
is it?
saying it'll be here, and then it's nothing.
Yeah, then it'll pop up later on when we're talking about
Yeah.
something else. No, sorry. Yeah, is there any advice you'd give to someone new getting into the hobby and wanting to? Because we all know, it takes time. Some people have a bit of talent, but it can take a bit of time. Is there anyone you would recommend watching, either yourself or someone else, to get some tips? Or is there any basic tips that someone can start off with like very minimal amount of kit, I guess?
Okay. God, there's quite a few. It's a really good question, though. That's a really good
Sorry.
question. Well, yeah. I mean, how long have you got?
No. Sorry, I know I've caught you a bit on the hop, I suppose, a little bit with it, but I just thought you are a bloody good painter, as I keep saying. So
Yeah. What
anything
are you
basic.
after?
Wow. Anything basic. Yeah, anything, I don't know, just is it take your time, that sort of stuff, or I mean that's I suppose that's self-evident, or depending on what their goal is with it, or if they do just love the painting, is there anyone you'd recommend to watch to grab some tips off, or where to start? Obviously highlighting, get the basic colors down, fine. I'm sure everyone can do that. That's fine. But sort of tightening the edges up and stuff like that. Do you use a big brush, small brush, that sort of stuff, or do you just use
Yeah.
one brush?
Okay. So synthetic brushes are absolutely fine. They're not as crap as everybody makes them out to be.
Thank you.
Don't feel bad for using a synthetic brush. Um, by which I mean it's better to mess up a cheap synthetic brush that you bought for £2.50
Yeah.
by making a mistake like I did, where I hadn't let some super glue dry properly and then I dry brushed over it. That brush is now ruined.
Smooth.
Except it isn't ruined because you can snip off the bit with the super glue in it and then you can use it as a dry brush for smaller areas. Every brush always has,
Yeah.
So there's that. The cliche one, which is absolutely 100% true, is trust the process. Every single miniature I have painted, there has been some point, usually around the middle, of the whole process, and that's probably, it depends what it is, but it can be 2 hours in or it can be 12 hours in, where I've suddenly gone, oh my God, this is shit.
Yeah.
And it looks absolute trash.
Yeah.
And and I thought, well, I've done it now. I've got to keep going. And every miniature has that. It's not just me. It's not going to be just me. It's everybody who paints it. I'm pretty sure everybody goes, oh my God, this looks rubbish. Why did I bother starting? And then they just push through it. And by the end of it, they've got something they're really proud of. So do that. Just push through and make sure that you just do your best.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm an amazing painter. A lot of people like the stuff that I do, and I'm immensely flattered by that, like immeasurably flattered.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy, who sits at my kitchen table when the kids go to bed and paint because I want to.
Amazing. So you don't even have like some separate room desk where you've got all your paints lined up everywhere and lighting and all of that sort of stuff.
My wife has already rolled her eyes when I've said, "Oh, I've got some paints coming." So,
yes.
Where the fuck are we going to put them?
I saw your delivery. Was it Army Painter?
Yes, Army Painter. Yes.
You've got a lot of paints.
I've got a lot of paints now. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that, to be completely honest with you. I was expecting like a little starter set.
No.
And then,
well, you've got some starter sets there.
I've got quite a lot. Yeah, so I'm very very pleased. Thank you so much, Army Painter. That's unreal, unreal. I'll be uploading some stuff to Instagram to say thank you for that. It's just an incredible generosity.
I mean, but that shows you're doing well, and you're it's not as if I wouldn't say you're showing off at all. It's you're because I suppose part of your Instagram is to promote your business. I say business. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm trying to make it a business. I'm in engineering as my 9 to 5, and I've been doing that for 20 something years. And to be honest, I'm sick of it. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore, and I'm tired of making other people money and sitting on, below UK average wage.
We all know the feeling. If there's any other dads our age out there watching it, I think we're all going to know that feeling.
Yeah, and I'm rapidly approaching the time where, or the age, should I say, where if I don't do something now, I'm not going to be able to do it later because I'll have too much on my plate.
Yeah, fair enough.
So so I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do Witch and Wolf as a business with the commission painting, with other plans in the future, perhaps.
I've heard a few. I've heard a couple of your plans. I won't spoil the surprise.
No,
damn it. No, so okay, yeah, no, I think that's pretty good advice. Especially, I'll be honest, especially on the synthetic brushes, because I know we as a store, I as a store, I do need to get some synthetic brushes on there. Because we sell the Artist Opus ones, which are great. They are great brushes, but I get it. Some of the boxes of brushes are pricey for someone getting into the hobby, and I am aware of that, and it's something that I'm trying to rectify. Was it you that gave me a company's contact? I think.
Yeah. So
So
they're called
Golden Maple.
Golden Maple. Okay. From what I can tell, they're a Chinese manufacturer.
Yes. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I think I've got an email from them somewhere, so I will chase that up again.
Yeah.
But have you always used synthetic brushes, or have you tried?
No, I've got some Artist Opus ones. They were great. I've used some not Winsor & Newton, Rosemary & Co.
Oh, yes. I've heard of those.
Some of those. Somehow, I always manage to destroy them somehow. So,
I do. I mean, for me, I know that it's because I paint really hard. I've got I'm not very delicate. And like when I put the brush on, it's like going on like I'm painting a wall. Like I'm just trying to get as much on as possible. I think there's only one or two models so far I've actually taken my time on, which is terrible to say.
All of these brushes have their own uses.
Yeah.
So like going back to what you were saying about like tips, use synthetic brushes for stuff that's going to gunk up your brush. Use it for your. I mean, people don't think that contrast paint is particularly bad for brushes, but it has a habit of getting right into the ferrule.
Yes, it does.
If you're not, so don't. If you can help it, don't use your nice fancy sable hair brushes for contrast paints. Texture pastes, that sort of stuff. Washes, even. I would probably use synthetic brushes for most of those, especially texture.
That's where I've gone wrong.
We've all done it.
I've got loads of synthetic brushes because I'll be honest, when I got back into it, I just bought a pack off Amazon, a pack of brushes, all various different sizes, and they're great, and I love them, and I still use them now. But I've got onto using some Artist Opus ones, and I was like, I just use them all the time now, and yeah, that's probably where I've gone wrong. And plus, I don't wash them either. I'll be honest. I know that sounds bad, but I just brush care again. It's just
wash your brushes.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, going back to Golden Maple, I mean, I've used like Rosemary and Co. and Artist Opus, which I believe are very similar to Winsor and Newton.
I think so. Yeah.
Golden Maple, I was really surprised. I thought this is going to be, cheap, because they are cheap. For a set of 7 brushes, it's about about 30 quid, and you got dry brushes in there as well, all natural hair.
That's not bad.
It's very good, to be honest, and I think they're doing well. I think that's retail. So if you go to them, I think it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But then you wait because it's in China.
Yeah.
And they sent me some. I reached out to them and said, "Look, can I try your brushes? Here's my Instagram. Do you want to have a look?"
Yeah.
And they sent me some, and I was thinking, this isn't gonna be any good. And I've bought a pack of the same pack again since.
Okay.
Extra pack.
Oh, blimey!
And they are my go-to brushes for my natural hair brushes. They are absolutely insanely good, and I would not say that if I didn't believe it. But they are really good. I was shocked at how good they are. Honestly,
that's really good. That is really good. I mean, because obviously, I'm sure you're aware, most tutorial videos and stuff, they're all using like Artist Opus. Obviously, Artist Opus has their own tutorial channel and stuff. Nice chap, but obviously trying to promote the products as well. And then mostly everyone else are using either sort of all the top ranges like Rosemary and Co. and Artist Opus and stuff like that. And it's very, no one ever takes the time to explain that it's okay to use the cheaper synthetic brushes, or even really takes the time to tell you about how, brush care, and you have to take your time out to do it. I know I don't, and that's fine, and it might sound a bit hypocritical, but they don't. And it is down to individuals and stuff. If you don't mind buying brushes constantly all the time, that's fine. You don't have to wash your brushes, but if you want to take a bit of care with them, like I do notice, like trying to get them back into a tip again, they are harder to do.
Yeah.
Rather, if a synthetic brush, you splash it in your water and then wipe on your trousers or whatever, a cloth or something, like that on your leg, and then you lick it and it goes back into a nice point again for a while. You kind of, when you then buy the sable hair brushes or whatever they're called, the real hair brushes, you just don't think about it, I suppose. And me, it's just being lazy.
Well, there's another tip then. So if you want more money to buy miniatures, stop buying brushes every 5 minutes because you haven't paid them.
Yeah, no, that's a great tip.
We're just going to do a top tip video.
Yeah, no, I like that. No, we'll put that at the beginning, shall we? Top tip: look after your brushes to buy more minis.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to paint themselves.
So if people would like to get in touch with you, about a commission, what's the best way of doing it?
You can go to my Instagram, which is Instagram/which_and_wolf_miniatures.
This will pop up on the screen.
Minis, which will pop up on the screen. So there you go. I don't even know my own Instagram. Or you can email me directly at witchandwolfminiatures@gmail.com.
Brilliant. We'll put that down in the description for everyone. But make sure everyone goes and follows your page, because you do paint some fantastic minis, and they are really good. So it's well worth a look.
We're on the road to 5,000 as well, so we'll be doing a giveaway.
Are you? There you go. See? Heard it here first. Well, I probably didn't hear it first, but there you go. So, slightly different question.
Yep.
Obviously, you've talked about what you've done in the past and obviously what you're currently painting. But do you have a favourite gaming system? And do you have a favourite army? It doesn't have to be for this. It doesn't have to be for the same. If you have a favourite gaming system, so like D&D, Bolt Action, 40k, fantasy, or not fantasy anymore, was it Old World? Anything like that, or Lord of the Rings. And then, do you have a favourite army that necessarily isn't in your favourite gaming system, or if it is, great. If it's not, great.
That's again a bit of a. You didn't tell me you were going to ask me that.
I did. I put it down. I'm sorry, people. I did send it. I've even got stuff written down here.
You got me replying saying I would read that. I'll research it. It's fine.
No, I did. No, I'll be honest. I did say that we were going to possibly talk more Warhammer, and then I didn't do my research. But I did. These are the questions I've got written down here. Are the questions I sent you, because I read it out of our texts.
No, I've got them here. It's fine. Lucky this.
Right, that's it. I'm going.
Yeah, right. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'll say I can't tell you what favourite gaming system I have, because I've still not managed to get around to playing any of the games. I have
fair enough.
It's all booked in. It's ready to go, but it's way off in the future, unfortunately.
Okay.
Next month and beyond, I will be learning Age of Sigmar, 40k, and Age of Sigmar Spearhead.
Oh, okay.
Which is like the 500 to 1,000
Is that like a combat patrol type?
Yeah, it's the fantasy version of combat patrol for 40k.
Right.
So yeah, so that's the Spearhead's the one I'm most excited for, because I've already got my army painted up by just through and I really want to try Trench Crusade. It just looks really, really cool.
I've heard it's good.
I'm very
excited. Not looked into it myself. No, fair enough.
I've been playing Hero Quest with my mate from 30 years ago, who we reconnected about a month and a half ago, after 28 years. And he's the guy that got me. We were all inseparable, playing Warhammer all the time back in the day. And I messaged him like a year and a half ago and said, "Are you still into Warhammer?" Just on the off chance. And he came back and went, "Well, you got me into it. I'm still into it." And I was like, "Oh, cool. All right. Well, where are you living? Let's meet up. Let's play some games." And we've ended up playing Hero.
Oh, fair enough. Well, that's better than not playing anything, I suppose. Yeah. So is he gonna teach you how to play some of the gaming systems? Is he gonna help you play Age of Sigmar and all that good stuff?
For him and I, we've got a game with Necromunda coming up, which again is a game that we played back in the mid-90s.
Blimey, yeah.
And then, whenever it came out, I think it was 1995. I think, which is around the time I stopped. So it must have been that year that everything sort of changed. Hopefully not because of him. So, but but I think we're in 3rd edition Necromunda now, so I'm really looking forward to playing that. We're doing that at the end of the month, so that's going to be the first an actual game.
Yeah.
Despite downstairs having 10th edition 40k, 4th edition Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Curse City, all this stuff just downstairs. I just buy it because I want to paint the minis.
No, fair enough.
So yeah. As for Army, I'm a massive Nighthaunt fan, as I'm sure you've seen on my page. The majority of the members I've painted recently are Nighthaunts.
Nice.
Because who doesn't love a bedsheet? Let's be fair. And I'm
fair enough.
a Cruel Boys army as well for Age of Sigmar. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that'll be good.
Oh, very nice. No, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, I still want to play. I still haven't played 40k 10th edition yet. I've probably got enough points to put together, like, was it 1,000 points ish?
Yeah.
And it'll be, I would love to play, but I think as before we started recording, my mate that got me back into this hasn't painted one bit of his Tau army, so I'm sort of just waiting here. There is a gaming club up the road, but I'm a little bit scared to go on my own because it's full of bigger boys, and
they'll look at you when you walk in.
Yeah. No, I just what it's like. And it's also trying to find the time. I mean, obviously we speak quite a lot, and I'm always banging on about my sheep and stuff like that. And at the moment, they're taking up quite a lot of time. So, as well as the normal day job and the store. So, yeah, it's just I'd love to find the time. I almost got the missus to start painting stuff. So. That quickly stopped. I don't know. She's not that interested. I think Space Marines maybe because she can paint them pink and stuff like that. But
I'm looking forward to getting my son into it.
You have?
I'm looking forward to. He's only 2, but
okay, you got a little while yet.
He's already. I mean, he walks in and goes, "Paint, Daddy's paint," and points.
Oh well, there you go.
He's already interested.
Yeah, no, I mean that's good. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. And 9 times out of 10, I think, unless you're walking past, I mean, I don't know whether it still happens now because, I mean, I don't know for you, but I got into it walking past a Games Workshop store when I was a kid. So, and you're like, whoa, and then try and convince your parents to shell out loads of money.
Yeah, I remember my dad complaining about how much it cost, and I looked up the prices the other day. I was thinking, you tight bastard.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And I don't know if you've heard...
I don't know 20 minis for 10 quid.
Yeah, I know. And then they're like 30 quid now, aren't they? For like less miniatures and stuff.
Yeah, for a squad of 5.
Yeah, and to top it off, they've just put up their prices again.
Which is why...
4... I think they're... I haven't looked... I haven't looked on their website. I got it off another YouTuber. Not that I'm a YouTuber, but you know what I mean. Like watching one of the videos, and apparently it's due to tariffs is one of the possible reasons. With the US, that's not the definite reason. But as far as I'm aware, they put up prices every year anyway, if not multiple times a year.
Standard practice, isn't it? So
yeah, and probably. I don't know, but it's just me joking around. But I'm sure they take out one sprue every time they put the price up as well. So
it's because of all the extremely stiff competition that Games Workshop has.
Wow, yeah. See, apparently they didn't put price up on paint because they've got loads of competition on their paint.
Yep. Oh, another tip then. Right. So GW paints, some of them are absolutely fantastic. A majority of them, there are equal or better paints out there for cheaper.
Yeah.
AK Interactive, I would highly recommend anybody go and have a look at. AK Interactive are spot on.
Okay, interesting.
great. They're really, really good paints. The contrast paints from Citadel are fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock them at all. I'm not knocking any of the paints, but
Yeah.
yeah, look into AK or Vallejo or
Yeah.
Army Painter or any of the others, because a pot of, a £4 pot of Abaddon Black, you can get AK Black for £2.50,
Yeah.
and it's
Mental, isn't it? I mean, you
it's
can't
fine.
get AK on our store yet, but I have looked into putting the AK paints on there. Again, there's just a lot of them, so I need to. It takes me
There is a
hours to get them all on. So I'm doing it bit by bit. I've started off with like the streaking grime and some basing bits from them, but they are great. I love AK stuff. Plus Vallejo and Army Painter. I really like Army Painter. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I've got a lot to go through now, so I'll be doing some tests.
Well, you have, yeah. But did I send you the Army Painter historical box?
You did. You did.
Yeah.
It's a miniatures.
Have you used any of those yet?
I haven't yet. Well, what I have noticed on the side of them, though, it does say matches with, and then gives a different Army Painter thing. So I think they are in other ranges. They've just been branded as historical, so they can put them in the box. Which
I think
that's what you want, isn't it? If you're painting one squad of German infantry, you want historically accurate colours, so you just buy that.
Well, exactly. It is exactly, and it's about time, because everyone else, I think AK do as well, don't they? They've got loads of like sets, which I have used before. I think I had like a German set somewhere, one of their old ones, I think, or is it Vallejo? Well, I think they both do it. So yeah, it was about time Army Painter did something like that. But there are a couple of paints in there that you can't. They aren't anywhere else. I think one or two. I think I haven't briefly looked.
It's the same with AK. They've got different ranges. So there's figures for AK, which is more the from what I understand, it's the more historical period. World War II, that sort of not fantasy or sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a particular paint in there which name escapes me. It's something like Dunkelgrau, which is dark grey. But it's a specific grey, and it's very. Sorry, it's Dunkelgelb. It's dark yellow.
Right.
And it's like, almost like an olive colour, but it's yellow, but it's not. And you can't really get it in any of the other ranges. And because what I'm trying to do is to get I'll be doing some posts on Instagram of, if you've got this Citadel paint, you can use this one from another, and doing comparisons and showing them side by side and seeing how that works, just because people are interested in what paints I've used for various things. And they've said, well, I've got, they'll message me and say, I've got these paints from Citadel, will this do the same thing? And I can, instead of sort of going through and each one and looking and seeing if I've got something that vaguely matches, I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if I tell them an actual comparison, down to as close as anything. Mate, it's not going to be a direct in some cases, but as close as.
Yeah, and I think that's good. I think that's really good.
Thought about.
Yeah, so, no, I think that's a really good thing to do. I think, and considering you're good at what you do, I think it will really benefit your followers and anyone joining as well. So, I
think it also people watching YouTubers when they're doing their painting and they're saying, right, I've taken Skaven Blight Dinge. Well, that doesn't mean anything to anybody who doesn't have that colour. No, if they're sitting there with a shit ton of Vallejo paints and the guy on the video says, use this colour, and they're sort of gonna go, what's that then?
Pretty much. I mean,
it's going to be.
I mean, there are comparison charts out there if you go on Google and stuff. But they don't cover every colour, or like most colours that people. Well, they'll cover most colours, but not all. They haven't matched all of them. And also they're quite small, so you've got to scroll through. So if you are doing that in a video format, I think that's far easier for people sometimes, rather than having to scroll through pages and pages of different paints on various charts.
There is an app on available from all good application stores. I'm going to say one particular brand because it'll annoy the others.
Yeah, no, fair enough. No.
It's called Paint Picker. It looks like that.
Oh, okay.
So it starts off with a colour wheel. You can drag where you want the colour to be. See that there. It'll then tell you what it is, and you can click into it, and it'll give you the comparable paints. So you can type in which one. Doing it backwards is a bit of a pain in the ass. But
but I think
fluorescent.
that's pretty cool.
Apparently, and it'll give you the complementary colours, the triadics, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then it gives you at the bottom closest paints from other manufacturers, which is fantastic. So,
wow.
And I use that
that's really
all
good.
the time.
I think that's fantastic.
So I think I've just done myself out of a few posts there.
Yeah, maybe.
But done.
No, it'll be fine. No, that's really good though. Really useful, because I didn't know about it, and that would have made my life a lot easier before I started the store and I started painting. That would have made my life a lot easier, because I was buying. I've got my paints up here, but I've got Vallejo, Army Painter, and a lot of like the paints. If you've seen some of the where I started my bolt action stuff, they're all the paints I bought before the store, and they've just been sat there. Luckily, they were the ones that came in that Warlord suggested. They've now moved over to Army Painter, but the older kits are all Vallejo, and it was just by luck that I had them all. But otherwise, that's just because I've just collected a random paints because I like the colour to paint some of my Imperial Guard before I got into bolt action, because I was going for random regiments and stuff like that rather than the normal greeny Canadians. Canadians.
Canadian army.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to pick on the Canadians.
Picked on everybody else. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. We've excluded quite a big age group already right at the beginning, so we might as well start the Canadians as well. I think that's really good. We'll put some. Yeah,
difficult country.
God, oh God! If I was trying to create a YouTube career, this is done. This is over and done with already.
Your fault for bringing up tariffs.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm screwed. No, that's really good. We will put not a link, but we'll put, because I don't know whether I'm allowed to put a link, but I'll put what it's called down in the description for people to go and have a look at and stuff like that. I think that's really good.
The best thing about that app though is that if you, as I said, if you're watching a YouTuber, you asked me about who I watched, who I would recommend as a YouTuber.
That'd be good.
The usuals. Ninjon is fantastic. Vince Venturella, he's really good because he explains everything in a very, very simple way. So look up hobby cheating videos. He calls the series. They're really, really good. Ninjon, Juan Hidalgo. He uses a lot of Vallejo stuff, so that's very good.
Right.
For kit bashing, stuff like Pete the Army Painter or Pete the Wargamer, I think he's called. Pete the Wargamer.
Okay. Yeah.
And for all other stuff like topics and just fun little bits, Eons of Battle is very good.
I'll be honest, I've not watched any of those. That's terrible to say, isn't it?
Oh, I should probably say Tabletop Titans as well for battle reports, as I'm on that.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, God, you almost got kicked out of there.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm out of there now.
Yeah, no, well done. Well done.
Kicked out of the Discord, that's it.
Yeah, you're safe. It's fine. No, that's really good. Again, I don't know if I can put links down in the bottom, mainly because I don't know them, but we'll
sure list them on.
What's that, sorry?
I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
No, I guess not. Fine. We'll do it, and then we'll see what happens. I'll take the consequences if anything happens. Fine. Yeah, no, I think that's really good because if people haven't, like myself, I've not heard of them before, so it'd be good for me. I'd love to go and start watching them and stuff like that. I think it's really good because even the videos I've put out, they're not painting tutorials. They're just me talking crap and not really painting models very well. But people seem to enjoy it, so that's good. I mean, I'm grateful for that. But yeah, I can't teach people how to paint. I was just telling people how I paint. And almost and almost showing people that actually, anyone can do it because I can't. I'm terrible. And it was just saying, look, don't worry about it. Basically, don't stress about it. Was the idea of it because I think some people because of you and everyone else that's good at painting put pressure on. No, I'm joking. No, I think because there is a lot out there.
Well, I have to step up my game now.
Yeah, no. I think because there are a lot of good painters out there, including yourself, and I think it's great to show off where you can get to, and to sort of say because there is a lot of people. I think it's good to say that bit of hard work, bit of dedication, and you'll get there. But I also think it's also good for people like myself to show people that actually it's okay if you mess up things. It kind of doesn't matter. Like I said, for me, I'm painting to play eventually. And if I'm looking 2 feet away, I'm not going to see it. I'm just,
Oh yeah. Again, more tips. Just if you can't see it, don't paint it. What's the point? If I'm not painting the inside of my Nighthorn that you can't see.
What?
I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Sorry. Well, maybe I will.
Maybe you should.
Fine. Fine.
No, but that's great though. No, but that's true though, isn't it? If you can't see it, don't paint it. I mean,
if you can't
I
see
don't
it,
attempt eyes because I just can't do them.
yeah, I've got a love-hate relationship with eyes. When they work really well, and the rest of the time they look like that Space Marine meme. So yeah, and there's millions of
most of my eyes are like that, or they're like just white
terrifying.
blobs that cover the whole thing. So yeah, I can't do it. So I just didn't.
If you just don't paint humans, there's a pro tip: don't paint humans. If you're scared of painting eyes, paint orcs because they've just got red eyes. Just paint them red. Job done. That's it. You don't have to worry about.
Or you could just go Deathgore Krieg and paint their goggles. Far easier.
Yeah, I could just do that.
Yeah. Or I don't know about Trench Crusade. I presume some of them are wearing helmets and gas masks and stuff, are they?
I think all of them have covered heads.
Oh, so there you go.
I've got one warband. I've got the Heretic Legion, and they're basically just big. Well, the troopers are basically Deathcore, and then you've got like the big guys who are like these massive, great, chunky, grotesque, like armor-clad things. I just wanted it because of the artillery witch. Because what a cool mini that is! Have you seen that one?
No. I've not seen any really.
Well,
apart from the ones
Google it immediately.
I will do.
Yeah, the artillery witch is just such a cool concept, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with that airbrush. So,
interesting.
Don't be afraid of either.
What's that? Sorry.
I was going to say, don't be afraid of airbrushing either. As soon as you understand the mechanics of it and how it all works and why it works, you'll be away.
Yeah.
Just don't have it open full whack at 40 psi and then cover your miniature in whatever colour it is. You know.
Yeah. See, I don't airbrush. I don't have the space and I don't have the money for one currently. But I can see the benefits. And again, like you say, it's something that a bit of practice with, and you're all good. So
definitely.
Well, I think we've been quite a while now. My time has started again. I think because someone tried to ring me halfway through.
About an hour, I think.
Yeah, over an hour, I think. So we'll leave it there. thank you very much for coming on. It's been fantastic to chat to you, and great to get some hobby tips, definitely some hobby tips, and find out who you are, and hopefully plug your commission a little bit, your commission
Yeah,
painting
thank
a
you.
little
Yeah, I
bit.
have some spaces open. So.
He's in there somewhere amongst all of that waffle. That's my fault. I love a tangent. So thank
Who
you very
doesn't?
much for watching.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right, and I'll see you later.
Take care.
So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And make sure you go and check out all the links in the description, especially to Witch and Wolf minis, so you can see his amazing work on his Instagram. And also, if you're interested for a commission, then you can get in touch via his Instagram. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.